Some thieves never rattle the door. They sit quietly in your chair, ride with you to the market, curl beside you at night, and sip from your strength without a sound. We often point to age as the culprit, but age is only the weather. The real drain comes from small, unseen habits that harden over the years. If you felt your mornings grow heavier, your afternoons shorter, your patience thinner, you are not broken. You're just leaking. Stay with me. In this series, I'll show you 5 silent killers of energy that hide in plain sight and a gentle daily ritual to seal the leaks. No rushing, no perfection. We'll move like a patient gardener, loosen the soil, pull one root at a time, let the sun do its quiet work. By the end of this journey, you'll know exactly where your power slips away and how to call it back. For now, take a small step you can feel in your body. Place one hand on your belly and one on your chest. Inhale through your nose for 4. Pause for 2. Exhale for 6. Do it twice. Notice how your shoulders drop on their own. The body understands safety before the mind does. That softening is your first deposit back into your energy account. Another small step. Name one place you leak today. Maybe worry loops, late night scrolling, or saying yes when you mean maybe. Whisper it once. Awareness is already a turning point. Here is the big gift of this opening. Energy is not something you must chase. It's something you stop losing. When breath settles low and attention gathers, your system spends less time fighting and more time living. Keep this line close. I do less and life returns to me. We'll build on it layer by layer until your days feel quietly powerful again. Silent killer number 1, the held breath. Have you ever noticed that you're holding your breath without realizing it? It's not the big gas we notice, but the small, quiet pauses. The way our jaw tightens, the shoulders creep upward, and the breath stays shallow, as if we're always preparing for something. Most elders I meet don't know that they've been living with this subtle tension for decades. And here's the truth. A held breath is like a locked gate. It keeps danger out, but it also keeps life from flowing in. When you learn to unclench your breath, you unlock a hidden reservoir of vitality. The heart rate slows, blood warms the fingertips, the mind clears, and even digestion softens. This isn't just breathing better. It's giving your body permission to stop living in emergency mode. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how a simple shift in the breath can feel like removing a stone from your chest. You'll walk away with 2 easy practices you can use today to bring back lightness, no matter your age. Let's begin with noticing. Right now, check in. Are your lips pressed together? Is your jaw stiff? Are your ribs moving at all when you inhale? Most of us breathe only into the upper chest, as though sipping air from a narrow straw. In Zen monasteries, I've watched old monks breathe like sleeping infants. The belly rises, the ribs widen, the shoulders stay soft. One abbot told me, "The mind follows the breath and the breath follows the belly. If your belly never moves, your mind never rests." Just this awareness, catching yourself mid-hold, can be the first crack in the wall that's keeping your energy locked away. Now try 3 soft waves. Imagine the breath as water filling 3 bowls stacked inside you. 1. The first bowl is your lower belly. Inhale and feel it widen gently, like you're giving space for the air to settle. 2. The second bowl is your rib cage. Continue inhaling and feel it open sideways, as if your ribs are doors swinging outward. 3. The third bowl is your upper chest. Fill it last, lifting slightly without strain. Then exhale in one smooth wave through your mouth, letting all 3 bowls empty together. Do this 3 times slowly. This is not an exercise for more oxygen. It's a ritual of teaching your body to trust again. You might even feel a sigh escape. That's tension leaving. A Zen story tells of a young monk who came to his teacher, frustrated that meditation made him restless. The teacher said nothing, only poured tea into the monk's cup until it overflowed. "Your breath is like this cup," he said. "Empty it fully, and it will welcome what's new." Long exhalations are the emptying. Without them, the next inhale has no room. The gift here is not just calmer breathing, it's a new rhythm for your life. When the breath moves low into the belly, your nervous system shifts from fight to rest. Blood pressure steadies, muscles unclench, sleep deepens. And here's the most surprising part. Your mind begins to look outward again. You notice the light on the wall, the smell of tea, the warmth in your palms. This is energy that's been here all along, hidden under the noise of a body that thinks it must always be ready for battle. So take with you this simple mantra: breathe low, age slow. Each time you feel yourself rushing, shrinking, or tensing, stop, place a hand on your belly, and invite one wave in. Breath is not a skill you master, it's a home you return to. And every time you return, you carry back a little more of yourself. The elders who live with quiet vigor are not always the strongest, but they are the ones who have stopped holding their breath for a life that has already arrived. Silent killer number 2, unforgiven stories. Have you ever found yourself holding your breath without realizing it? Not the deep, dramatic inhale of surprise, but that subtle pause, the chest barely moving, the jaw clenched, the shoulders raised just enough to keep the body on guard. Many elders live like this for years, not knowing that a silent tension is slowly draining their life force. In Zen, they call this living as if chased by an invisible tiger. The body always ready to run, even when the forest is quiet. When you learn to release this invisible grip on the breath, you awaken a hidden well of energy. Your heart rate calms, your hands grow warm, your mind clears, and your digestion flows more easily. This isn't just breathing deeper, it's shifting your whole nervous system from defense into trust. In the next few minutes, I will guide you through 2 simple practices drawn from Zen breathing that can dissolve decades of tension. You will leave with a way to refill your energy cup that is so simple, you can do it sitting in your favorite chair. The first step to freedom is noticing the change. Right now, scan your body. Are your lips lightly pressed together? Is your jaw tense? Are your ribs expanding fully when you inhale? Most people breathe only into the upper chest, tiny, shallow sips of air, because the body has learned to brace against life. In a quiet monastery in Japan, I once watched an 82-year-old monk sweep the courtyard. His breath was slow, his belly moved with every stroke, and his eyes shone with clarity. When I asked his secret, he smiled. "I have not held my breath for 50 years. Awareness," he told me, "is the first breath of release. Your breath is a story. Let it have a beginning, middle, and end." Try this with me. Imagine 3 bowls stacked inside your torso. 1, the first bowl is your belly. Inhale gently and let it widen, as if you are giving the air a soft place to land. 2, the second bowl is your rib cage. Let it open outward like sliding doors. 3, the third bowl is your upper chest. Lift it slightly without force. Then exhale in one smooth wave through your mouth, emptying all 3 bowls at once. This is 3 soft waves, a Zen breathing ritual that teaches the body to let go. A Zen teacher once poured tea into my cup until it overflowed. "You want peace," he said, "but you have no space for it. Empty first." The exhale is your emptying. It makes space for energy to return. When the breath sinks, the spirit rises. Breathing low into the belly tells your entire body, you are safe now. Your blood pressure steadies, your muscles soften, your mind loosens its grip on unnecessary worries. Most importantly, energy that was trapped in guarding and bracing is freed for living. You start to notice things again. The pattern of sunlight on your table, the sweetness of tea, the quiet joy in a friend's voice. The elders who carry a quiet radiance are rarely the ones with the most stamina. They are the ones who have stopped holding their breath for a life that has already arrived. Keep this mantra close. Breathe low, age slow. Practice 3. Soft waves in the morning before you speak a word and again before bed. Let every exhale be an act of setting down what you don't need to carry into tomorrow. Now that we've freed the breath, we've opened the first doorway for energy to return. But breath is only one place where life leaks away. There's another thief, one that hides not in the body, but in the heart. It's the weight of old, unforgiven stories, and in the next part, we'll see how they quietly tire the soul more than any physical labor ever could. Silent killer 3, leaking attention. The heaviest things we carry are not in our hands. They're in our hearts. Many older people I meet tell me they are simply tired. But when we talk longer, I realize the tiredness doesn't come only from age. It comes from stories they've been carrying for decades. A betrayal from long ago, a word that cut deep, a friendship that ended without closure. Resentment is like wearing a winter coat in summer. You forget it's there, but it's always making you sweat. In Zen, there's a saying, you cannot drink tea if your cup is full of yesterday's leaves. Today I will guide you through 2 gentle steps to begin setting down these old burdens. You don't have to approve of what happened. You don't have to invite anyone back into your life. You only have to free your energy from guarding the past. These practices will not erase memory, but they will give you back the lightness to walk farther, laugh louder, and sleep more deeply. The first step to letting go is naming what you're holding. Close your eyes for a moment. Whisper the story that still weighs on you. Not in full detail, just enough to name it. Then notice where it lives in your body. Is it a tightness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, a heaviness in your shoulders? A Zen master once told his student, who complained of constant fatigue, "You are not tired from walking. You are tired from dragging the past." The student later realized that every day he thought of the same argument with his brother from years ago, and each time his whole body tensed as if reliving it. By naming the weight in its place in your body, you begin to see that it is separate from who you truly are. When you know which bowl you're feeding, you choose your future. This is the 2 bowls practice. Imagine 2 bowls before you. In the first bowl lies the pain, the resentment, the injustice, every detail of what happened. In the second bowl lies the life you still want. Peaceful mornings, warm conversations, a heart that doesn't ache at the mention of certain names. Each day you feed 1 bowl with your attention. A monk once explained to me, your suffering grows only when you water it. Stop watering it and it will wither like a neglected weed. As you picture these bowls, ask yourself, which one will I feed today? Place 1 palm over your heart, inhale deeply, and as you exhale, see yourself nourishing the bowl of life. Freedom is not forgetting, it's choosing not to carry. When you release the grip of an unforgiven story, something magical happens. Energy begins to flow back to you. You may notice your steps feeling lighter, or that you laugh without forcing it. Even your posture changes, as if the spine, freed from emotional weight, straightens naturally. In Buddhist teaching, clinging to resentment is likened to holding a burning coal to throw it at someone else. You are the one getting burned. By putting down the coal, you do not extinguish the fire, but you save your own hands. Here is a line to carry with you. I free my energy from carrying this. Whisper it 5 times whenever the old story arises. You're not rewriting history, you're reclaiming your present, and the present is the only place where joy can live. Now that we've eased the weight of the heart, we've freed another channel for life force to move. But there is yet another thief, quieter, trickier. It does not live in the breath or in old memories, but in the way we scatter our attention all day long. In the next part, we'll see how leaking attention can silently exhaust us and how to gather it back like sunlight through a single lens. Silent Killer, number 4, kindness without boundaries. A tree that leans toward everyone loses the strength to reach the sun. Many of us, especially as we grow older, have been taught to be endlessly available, to pick up every call, say yes to every request, and never put ourselves first. At first, this looks like kindness, but over time, this kind of boundaryless giving quietly robs us of energy. In Zen, there is a phrase, if the lamp burns for all without pause, even the Buddha will sit in the dark. In the next few minutes, I will share 2 mindful ways to protect your energy without losing your compassion. You will learn how to say no in a way that still feels loving and how to see the invisible cost of every yes you give. These are not walls to shut others out. They are roots that keep you nourished so you can continue to give from a place of abundance rather than exhaustion. A loving no can be the most generous gift. I once met an elderly nun in a Zen temple who always seemed peaceful, no matter how busy the day became. One afternoon, a visitor asked her to join an extra ceremony that wasn't part of her duties. She smiled and said, "I would like to do this well, so I will need to schedule it for another time." Her tone was warm, but her words were clear. Later, she told me, "If I say yes when I am already tired, I offer only my shadow, not my presence." This is the art of the loving no, a refusal that still honors both yourself and the other person. Practice saying, "I want to give my best, so let's find a time that works," and watch how it preserves your energy without damaging the connection. Every yes is also a no to something else. This is where the yes ledger comes in. For 1 week, every time you agree to something, helping a neighbor, staying up late for a phone call, taking on a small errand, write down what it cost you. Did you lose rest? Delay a meal? Skip a quiet moment you needed? In a Zen monastery, the schedule is designed like a garden. Each activity has its place, and saying yes to one task means giving space for it by removing another. When you see the invisible costs of your agreements written down, you begin to choose more wisely, not from guilt, but from a wish to give fully without depleting yourself. Kindness with roots can survive any season. True compassion is not about pouring until you are empty. It is about flowing from a deep, replenished well. When you practice the loving no and the yes ledger, you create an inner structure that allows your giving to be sustainable. You will notice you can show up more joyfully without resentment because your body and mind are no longer running on fumes. In Buddhist teaching, there's an image of the Bodhisattva holding a water jug. She pours freely, but always returns to refill the jug before it runs dry. The message is simple. You are not meant to be the well. You are meant to be the vessel. And the vessel must be cared for. Carry this reminder with you. I guard my roots so my branches can keep giving shade. The people who love you will come to appreciate that your boundaries are not walls. They are the soil that lets your kindness grow. Now that we've learned to give without draining ourselves, we have strengthened the roots of our energy. But there is another quiet thief to address, one that has less to do with people and more to do with the flow of life itself. It's the constant wrestling with time, resisting our own pace, fighting the natural rhythm of aging. In the next part, we will see how befriending time can release a surprising wave of strength back into your days. Silent killer number 5. Wrestling with time. A river spends no strength arguing with its banks. Yet many of us in our later years find ourselves fighting the very flow of life, resisting slower mornings, grayer hair, softer steps. We try to hurry what is slow and delay what is to be done now. And in that constant wrestle with time, we lose more energy than in any physical labor. In Zen, there's a teaching: when you walk against the wind, your breath becomes your enemy. Today, I will share with you 2 gentle practices to stop battling time and start walking alongside it. You will see how embracing your natural pace and syncing your day with life's rhythms can restore your energy in a way no supplement can. By the end, you'll carry a simple vow that turns every day into a friend instead of a fight. The morning sun doesn't rush to midday, yet it lights the whole sky. In a Zen monastery I once visited, the monks greeted the day not with alarms, but with the sound of a wooden bell. After their first breath of wakefulness, they stepped outside to face the morning light for a few minutes in silence. This practice, they explained, sets the body's inner clock, signaling that it's time to wake gently but fully. You can try this. Within an hour of waking, step outside or stand by a window facing the daylight. Breathe softly. Let the light touch your eyes and your skin. You are telling your body, we are in step with the sun. Over time, this small ritual anchors your mornings, prevents sluggish starts, and aligns your energy with nature's clock instead of the artificial rush of human schedules. Even the candle dims itself before night. In the same monastery, evenings were never a time for bright lights or hurried voices. About 2 hours before bed, the lamps were lowered and people spoke more softly. This evening dimming was not just tradition, it was a signal to the body that the day was gently closing. You can bring this into your own home. Lower your lights, turn off bright screens, and let your pace slow down in those last hours. When you stop wrestling to stay alert at night, your sleep deepens naturally and you wake with more steady energy. In Buddhist thought, this is part of right timing, allowing each part of the day to be what it is, instead of forcing it to be something else. When you befriend time, it stops stealing from you. The greatest shift comes when you adopt the vow, I walk with time, not against it. This simple promise transforms how you approach your day. Instead of resenting the need to rest, you see rest as a part of the river's flow. Instead of fighting slower mornings, you use them for reflection, gentle stretches, or quiet tea. You stop wasting energy on the impossible task of reversing the clock and instead invested in making each present hour rich and nourishing. A Zen teacher once told me, "We age twice, once in the body and once in the mind. Make peace with the second, and the first will trouble you less." When you stop wrestling with time, you discover you have more strength for the things that truly matter. Talking with your grandchildren, tending to your garden, taking that evening walk without rushing to be anywhere. This is how energy returns, not through force, but through harmony. Now that we've learned to walk with time instead of against it, there is one final step to bring all these lessons together, a daily ritual that gathers your breath, your heart, your focus, your boundaries, and your harmony with life into one simple practice. In the next part, we will create your personal Lotus recharge ritual, so you can protect and renew your energy every single day. The return. Your daily Lotus recharge. We have walked together through the quiet thieves of energy, those that do not shout, but silently drain our strength day after day. We learned to free the breath that had been trapped for years, to set down the heavy coat of unforgiven stories, to gather the scattered light of our attention, to let kindness grow roots with gentle boundaries, and to walk alongside time instead of wrestling with it. Each part has given you not just ideas, but living practices you can carry into your mornings, afternoons, and nights. Now it is time to weave them together into one simple daily ritual, your Lotus recharge. It takes only a few minutes, yet holds the essence of all we've explored. In the morning, begin with 3 soft waves of breath, letting your body remember safety and trust. Place a hand on your heart and choose which bowl you will feed today, the one of resentment or the one of peace. Set your focus with the one-window rule, protecting your attention from scattering before the day has even begun. As you move through your hours, practice one loving no when needed, and in the evening, lower your lights and let time walk beside you toward rest. These are not just techniques, they are acts of self-respect. Like the lotus, which rises each day from muddy water, yet blooms without stain, you can renew yourself daily, no matter what yesterday held. The energy you save and cultivate is not for hoarding. It is for living fully, for laughing freely, for being truly present with the people and moments that matter. If you found even one insight today that spoke to your heart, I invite you to make it part of your life starting tonight. And if this journey has brought you value, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who might need these reminders, and subscribe so we can keep walking this path together. Every like, every share, every comment is like adding one more ripple to the still pond we've created here, spreading calm and strength further than you can imagine. In the next video, we'll go deeper into one of the most overlooked sources of vitality, the way you end your day. Until then, breathe low, walk gently, and remember, you are the keeper of your energy.